Okay, so this is the neck mobility kind of follow along. We're just going to go through some neck movements, try and get as much kind of relaxation, movement, mobility through the neck. Key things of note is that we don't want to go into any degree of pain. We can go up to a kind of 2 or 3 discomfort level. That's absolutely fine, but we don't want to go any further and make anything kind of more painful than it has to be. So starting off first of all with just some really slow rotations of the neck, okay? Just left and right. What you'll find here as you're moving left and right is that as you turn towards the end, you're going to reach a barrier, okay? And it's normal to feel some tension as you come towards that barrier, which is a normal thing because at some point the joint is going to run out of movement and it can only go so far, right? So once we've got as far as a subtle amount of tension, then we don't really want to go any further. We don't want to go as far as actual pain. So just go to that first barrier, feel some tension, and back the other way. So we're just going to repeat 15 neck rotations, just as a warm-up. What I'm also going to get you to do is, as the head turns left, look left with your eyes. As the head turns right, look right with your eyes. And it's going to give you a little bit of extra movement because the neck follows the eyes. Okay, after 15 of those, we're now just going to gently go up and down. And again, on the way down, you're going to feel some tension in the back of the neck, so only go as far as comfortable. And another 15 repetitions here. Nice and slow, nice and smooth. Try to feel the movement in the joints. Don't just go through the motions. Okay, and then we're going to move into just some circles, really simple. So we're going to drop the head to the left, go back behind, make sure you don't get any dizziness. As big of a circle as you possibly can. We're going to go 5 each way, so that's 2. You might get some clicking, crunching, grinding. Absolutely nothing to worry about, I assure you. It's normal to feel and hear those things. And try and just let your shoulders drop at the same time. Nice controlled breathing. You get to 5. Start to go the other way. Get lightheaded at all, fix your eyes in one place like I am now. Don't let the eyes move away from that spot, okay? Then what we're going to start doing is keeping the head still. Just starting to drop one shoulder, drop the other shoulder, okay? Arms hanging by the side. One shoulder, trying to keep the head as still as possible, so everything moves around the head. So imagine someone bracing the head, so one way, slide the arm down the side of the body, there we go. We're going to do quite a few more. exaggerate as much movement as you can. You'll see a real sloping of my shoulders here, but the head is straight. And the other way. Another 5. Okay. Then we're just going to do some really slow shoulder shrugs up. Squeeze behind and drop down. Let the chin come out. Then let the chin come in and out. Roll. So it's a whole body movement. Okay, so on the side. Then what we're going to start doing now is, instead of, this is my neck moving, and this is my skull. Hopefully you can see the difference. This is skull, this is neck. It's a much grosser movement. So we're just going to do some tucking in of the chin, protruding of the chin. 10 of these. And now side to side, we're going to shift the skull. What I'm not doing is bending my neck, so you shouldn't feel too much stretch in the muscle. Should just be trying to move from the ear. Imagine someone's pulling you by the ear. Keep going. Good. And then we're just going to take our hand, pop it over the other side of our head, and just encourage a little bit of a stretch as we roll down to the side. So we're going to drop the head to the side and then around to the front and repeat. Side, roll and back. Just with a gentle, gentle pull. That's 3. Okay, switch to the other side, head drops and around. Good. We're then going to start looking at rotation. So we're going to try and keep our head still. We're going to rotate the shoulders entirely one way and the other. This has to be slow and controlled. Head staying completely still and rotating the rest of the body around the head. So we're getting relative motion in the neck, but by moving the ribcage. This is what you do when you walk. We don't move our heads all over the shop when we walk. Our head stays still and our body rotates around. Couple more. Good. We're then going to go side on so you can see, and we're going to pair together a slump with a chin out and a raising of the chest with a chin in. So slump and the opposite. Slump and the opposite. Really feel that chin tuck out. What we're not doing is dropping the head back. The chin's just going forwards with a slump. And chin in, chest out. Slump, chin out. Chest up, chin in. Couple more. 3 more. Nice and slow and controlled. Try to feel what you're doing and understand what's happening. That's great. We're then going to do a similar thing, but we're going to use our arms to help us. So we're going to have the arms by the side, and we're going to be turning them. And what you'll find is as you turn your arms in, you're going to drop your chin out. And as you turn the arms back, your chin's going to come in and your chest's going to come out. So it's just another dimension. It's essentially the same thing, but we're using the arms to guide. So let's just go for 5 more with the arms. Roll in, chin out, roll back, chest out, chin in. There's 1, 2. This is the speed we want to be going. 3, 4, 5. Nice. Now, nice and easy, we're going to take an arm, we're going to turn it out to the side, we're going to roll it in, we're going to keep it there, we're just going to drop the head away. This is to stretch the nerves in the neck, so if you're getting any tingling or too much pulling on the arm, drop it in ever so slightly. And we're just going to take the opposite ear towards the opposite shoulder for 8 repetitions. And then the same way to the side, turn the arm in, rotate it in, out to the side. Another 8 on this side. Lovely. Then just have a couple of shoulder rolls, loosen everything off because you're doing quite a little bit. Let your body just have a little wiggle. Nothing wrong in that. In fact, there's quite a lot of good in it. Once you've had a little wiggle, we're going to go shoulder shrug and we're going to take the ear to it. So we're bringing the ear and the shoulder together and then dropping the shoulder and going as far apart as possible for a big stretch through the trap. Just 5 of these. Shoulder shrug, ear touches it, drop the shoulder and away. And then repeat the other side. It can be really handy throughout all these movements to keep your eyes fixed on a target, because as we know with pain and the brain, we need to link together what the body is doing with what the eyes are doing. And so for me at the moment it's easy because I can look at the camera. But for you guys at home, we want to be moving whilst focusing on the target, okay? And then to finish, we're just going to do some reaching up one way and the other way. So the head again is staying still. Reaching up as high as you possibly can. And what you can't quite see from here is my whole body is moving. So as I go up here, you can see I'm dropping down one way and I'm dropping down the other. So I'm getting a big stretch down the side and a big stretch down the side, but there's not a massive amount of movement going through my head. It's more shoulders and rib cage and trying to touch the ceiling. Keep going, let your hip drop to one side, let your hip drop to the other side. Couple more. Lovely. Nice. That is plenty. So hopefully that should leave you feeling with a nice loose neck. And this routine can be done, you know, even if it was done once a day, a couple of times a week, just to maintain the mobility in your neck. It's really, really important, not only for your flexibility, but for reducing pain in the long term.